I love the movie Elf, so don't misunderstand what I'm saying here, but the character of Walter Hobbs doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
You sit on a throne of lies.
What is up, my brethren? This is Heckle TV. I am Jarvis Black. Thank you for coming back.
You disgust me. How can you live with yourself?
Walter Hobbs is on the naughty list.
He's on the naughty list.
He's a bad guy. He is not a nice guy. There's no indication that he used to be a nice guy, or that he wants to be a nice guy, or that he has any redeeming qualities whatsoever. He's a naughty boy.
See, I see what you're trying to do here. You're trying to make me feel bad.
He's a guy who is so work obsessed that he ignores his youngest son, who just so happens to think that he is the worst dad in the world.
Are you kidding? It's the worst dad in the world.
What do you mean?
Not just a crappy dad, but the worst dad in the world.
All he does is work. All he cares about is money. He doesn't care about you, or me, or anybody.
Even his wife calls him out on it.
Well, I don't think it's any secret, Walter, that you haven't exactly been there for him.
The way she says it is just so depressing, too. She has resolved to accept a life where her husband doesn't love or care about the child that they had together.
I got a bunch of stuff to go over.
Are you sure?
I'm just way behind on a bunch of stuff.
What I don't understand is that if he's so work obsessed that he ignores his son and he's taking books away from children
You're taking the books back?
and chastising a nun over their lack of payment,
But the children love the books.
I know that.
then how is he so negligent at his job that he's about to get fired?
Maybe it isn't the printer that's gotten sloppy. That's your signature, right?
So he messes up this most recent book, and like the last page of it doesn't have anything on it, and he signed off on it.
Even if those 2 pages were in there, the book still would have sucked.
How does a guy who clearly only cares about money and cares about his job and the bottom line make that kind of a mistake?
My people estimate we're going to post a -8 for this quarter. -8!
So he's work obsessed and obsessed with money, but he's just really bad at it? How does he get to like the head of whatever his role is exactly, like the head of some publishing company, if he's so bad at his job? Even like this Wiki Elf fan site describes Hobbs as a selfish workaholic who only cares about money. How does a workaholic make a mistake of that gravity? He's just really bad at his job. He's also described as the deuteragonist, which is the person second in importance to the protagonist. And obviously Buddy the elf is the protagonist.
I walked all day and night to find you.
So it's confusing to me why the writers would have such a weird gap in logic when it comes to the character who's second in importance.
Wow, that was weird.
Why wasn't any time spent on developing this character or showing signs that the character could develop or change or grow or mature that would justify his 180 flip at the end of the movie?
I don't want you to leave. You're my son, and I love you.
The problem with Papa Hobbs is that they worked so hard throughout the bulk of the film to convince us of what a bad guy he was.
Some kind of game. What do you want, some money?
No, I just wanted to meet you, and I thought you might want to meet me.
And what a horrible person he is and continues to be. And how unredeemable of a person he is.
Wonderful. Gosh, I guess I never really thought of it that way.
This is incredible.
So it doesn't make any sense that at the end of the movie, he makes a 180 and suddenly cares about his son and he's defending him. Don't talk to my son like that.
Don't tell my kid what to do. Up yours.
Yeah, up yours.
Hobbs! Hobbs!
I quit my job that I have been obsessed with and I'm horrible at. Up yours, Greenway. So why does he suddenly change? There's been no sign that he has redeeming qualities. There's no sign that he wants to be a better person or a better father. So how does he go from,
I don't care that you're an elf. I don't care that you're nuts. I don't care that you're my son. Get out of my life!
screaming at Buddy, telling him he doesn't want him in his life anymore, that he's a piece of crap and doesn't want him around, to this,
You've been right about a lot of things. I don't want you to leave.
where he's like, you were right about everything, and I'm so sorry, and I'm never going to be a bad person ever again. Maybe you can just chalk it up to he lost his temper and he was just angry in that moment and he wants to apologize, and that's fine. Except that the film has gone out of its way to establish wasn't just a one-time thing, that this is just who he is. He's a horrible, horrible person.
We can't just throw him out in the snow.
Why not? He loves the snow. He's told me 15 times.
So best case scenario is that maybe he feels guilty about it. He's nicer for a few days and then goes back to being the jerk that he always was for the past 63 years.
Fun. So felonies are fun now. I thought, felonies were felonies.
And overall, the movie Elf is so great that it's easy to overlook his character. I know that I did the first time I watched it. The reality is he's basically like Ebenezer Scrooge. He starts off the movie as this bah humbug, anti-Christmas person. The difference is that we don't get to see him actually go through the transformation to meet the ghosts, make those changes, and see why he's made those changes. I think the movie basically just kind of assumes that we're already familiar with this Ebenezer Scrooge character, and so when they change at the end of the movie, it's like, we don't need to explain that. You've already seen who this guy is. Doing it again would just be redundant, and basically the movie is right. I never questioned it before. It's only after watching it every year for 17 years that I look at the movie and I go, his character really doesn't grow or change or evolve. And hey, look, you watch a movie enough times, you're gonna find flaws. No movie is perfect, or as CinemaSins would say, no movie is without sin. And that's absolutely true. Walter Hobbs' character doesn't really make sense. He doesn't ruin the movie for me, but I think they could have done a better job with it. All right, thanks everybody for watching. I appreciate you. If you like this video, if you like what I'm doing here, hit the like button, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. Thank you. I appreciate you, and I'll see you soon. Yeah. This is the end of the video. Like and subscribe. I feel like people might really hate this video. Even worse than the cast iron pan one. I guess we'll find out.